I mean, are you serious? Are you serious, guys? Are you serious? A little hillbilly elegy in the White House. Let me tell you all about it in just a second. But first, let's put a shout out for noblegoldinvestment.com at www.pastorpaulgold.com. Market crashes can happen fast. Fights in the Oval Office can happen fast. Everything can be quick if you're not careful. And you just ask the investors at NVIDIA, they lost $600 billion, just vanished overnight. No warning, no second chances. Noble Gold wants to help all of their clients to diversify. And maybe you are looking at that 401k or that IRA, and you're looking at your retirement funds, and you're saying, where do I leave it? Do I leave it in the market, which is so volatile right now, so sporadic? Crypto, so sporadic. You just got to look at things. And Noble Gold can help you. They have great people there. If you go visit www.pastorpaulgold.com or pick up the phone and call them at 877-646-5347. They have managed over $2 billion worth of transactions. Gold is a biblical currency. It is stood the test of time. And you could, listen, just do it now. Go to www.pastorpaulgold.com or call them at 877-646-5347. You'll be glad that you did. And if you set up a gold or silver IRA, they're giving away 2 of these 5 ounces of pure silver coins. It could be yours for free. You'll be glad that you did. Wow. I just want to say it. I'm celebrating. Tomorrow's 15 years online, 15 years of ministry online, this amazing online church. And many people have come to the Lord Jesus Christ. It's been incredible, incredible. I want to thank all of you for your faithfulness, your support. 262 million views later. We are just glad that we're here and we can tell you and bring you the current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. And let me just say right now, that man right there, my cousin, okay, that's my cousin, J.D. Vance. Seriously, he's 4th cousin. He brought a little hillbilly elegy to the White House today because Zelenskyy showed up today. They were supposed to sign a deal that was going to bring a peace. It was going to bring a ceasefire to the war with Russia. America was going to sign this deal to go to Ukraine and to mine gold, silver, gas, oil, coal, precious metals, and minerals. And the money would have been used to pay back America $500 billion and would have been used to help rebuild Ukraine. And the United States would have brought security there along with the Europeans to help protect the Ukrainian people. But Zelenskyy showed up at the White House, folks. I'm stunned. He came in with an attitude. He did not come in. I don't even know if he came really to do this deal. He came in with an attitude. He wanted to, he kept saying to Trump, you can't trust Putin. I've signed papers before. It won't matter. He doesn't keep his word. And Trump's saying, look, I know. I've talked to the man. When I tell you he's going to do something, when I tell you I'm going to do something, it's going to happen. But Zelenskyy was really... he came in hot-headed, guys. I mean, really, he did. And I've watched the tape now 3 times of the exchanges and thinking maybe there was a language barrier or maybe that. But he absolutely came into the Oval Office and disrespected President Donald Trump and my cousin, Vice President J.D. Vance. He brought his Kentucky mentality to the table. He brought a little hillbilly elegy, and he just called Zelenskyy out and said, look, you have a wrong attitude. You come into the Oval Office. You can't come in here and disrespect the President of the United States. We're trying to help you. We're trying to save your country, and you come in here, and you've got this attitude, and you can't come in and disrespect the President of the United States. And Zelenskyy started giving it back to J.D. Vance, and Vance gave it back. And I'm thinking, okay, JD's about ready to go off. You know, he is a Marine. I mean, he was about ready to go off. And I'd put my money on JD. I tell you right now, I got news for Zelenskyy. Wrong dude to tangle with. And so then Trump then of course jumped in and then really began to rake Zelenskyy over the coals. And Zelenskyy kept Zelenskyy, he just kept disrespecting folks. He just, I mean, if you're coming in and you're trying to come to the President of the United States and you're trying to come up with a way, after we've given $350 billion to try to save his nation, and we're still trying to save it. And you want to pick a fight? You come, I don't know, what are you trying to prove? I know he's a comedian, I know he's an actor, but what's he trying to prove? Is he going to run back to the British? Going to run back to the French? Do you actually think they're going to bail him out? This was the wrong. I mean, there's no way you come in with a chip on your shoulder and an attitude. And I don't blame J.D. Vance. I do not blame J.D. Vance for sticking up for the President of the United States. That's his job. That's why he's the vice president. He's more than just a vice president. He is a loyal soldier. He is a Marine. And you're not going to disrespect the commander-in-chief. Not in the White House, that's for sure. Not when we're trying to help you. So it was crazy, guys. It was crazy. I mean, it was crazy. Now, the left is already jumping all over it, and Chucky Schumer's already running his mouth, and Amy Klobuchar, she's running her mouth, and shame, shame, shame on J.D. Vance and all that stuff. And the Democrats, because the Democrats want war. They want to keep feeding the military-industrial complex. And they don't care to spend your tax dollars to do it. Matter of fact, they don't care to spend your tax dollars on everything and anything. Just look at Doge. You'll find that out. They don't care. Trump's trying to stop the bleeding, stop the influx of people and the trafficking and the drugs and all the southern border. He's trying to stop the bleeding of throwing money into this war in Ukraine, and he's trying to recoup cash and bring security. Because if we go set up and start doing coal mines, gold mines, silver mines, gas and fracking and oil, we're going to protect our interests there. And that means we're going to bring security to the country of Ukraine. And we're also going to slow down, of course, and the Russians will back down. And Trump would work out some kind of arrangement with the Russians as well to bring peace. That's what diplomacy is about. Man, I'm stunned. I really am. I'm kind of stunned. Like, what is up with Zelenskyy? Does he have another deal? He's working in the back room in Europe. This is crazy. And I really think that the Epstein files was supposed to be a distraction now from the real story behind me. That's what this whole Epstein thing was. Get everybody all looking this way because this thing back here, because Zelenskyy came in, he came in not ready to sign a deal. He came in to argue, to fight, to really make the President of the United States look bad instead of coming in to do a deal. I don't understand why he had such a chip on his shoulder. But Vance called him out. And so I'm not taking sides. I'm just calling it exactly what happened. Look, I sat there and watched it. Many of you watched it. I'm not choosing sides. It's real simple. I am tired of America spending billions of dollars to the military-industrial complex, pouring it down a rat hole, basically, watching buildings blow up and U.S. tax dollars being spent like mad and nothing to show for but dead people everywhere. And you have a way to stop a war. You want to stop the killing. You want to stop the... I don't understand why he would show up to the White House today in this mentality. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what was going on with that. But I'll say this. I was proud of J.D. Vance for sticking up for the president, sticking up for America. And I was proud of Trump for sticking up for America. And I don't know where this goes from here. I really don't. I mean, yeah, Trump has put Putin where he needs to. He even told Zelenskyy, he said, look, I can handle Putin. I've got Putin right where he needs to be. When we sign this, he's going to do it. It's over. We signed today. The bullets stopped flying. And Zelenskyy didn't want it. Zelenskyy did look like a raging maniac. He was disrespectful. Thank you. He really did, guys. I'm not picking sides. But if I'm going to pick sides, I'm going to pick sides of the United States and Trump and Zelenskyy and Trump and J.D. Vance. If you want me to pick sides, that's the sides I'm going to pick, because this war has gone on ridiculously way too long, and too many people have died, and Joe Biden never would pick up the phone, and all they did was just shove money down the industrial military complex. And this is why Liz Cheney and all those Democrats are screaming and crying right now, because they just wanted to keep feeding the beast, and people kept dying, and children were getting abducted and trafficked, and labs and all the other stuff. So the Epstein files was nothing more than a distraction, because this thing was about ready to blow up in the Oval Office. I'll be back, guys, with more current world events. Wow. Welcome to 15 years online. I have covered every major story and everything you can cover. But this one here, and here's the question I'd like to ask Zelenskyy when he left. And oh, by the way, they didn't have lunch. And we didn't give him a to-go bag either. But I'd like to ask him a question. How did he plan on paying back the money? Where's the thank you? He never would say, I want to thank you. He never would do it. It was incredible. Wow. Well, all I can say is I'm sorry for the Ukrainian people. And I'm sorry for the Russian people. I'm sorry for all the people who have been dying. Look, I wasn't happy with Putin invading Ukraine. And I have made that very clear. But I know one thing. You gotta negotiate. You got to. And why it's money laundering is right. And here's why he's upset. I'm going to tell you exactly. Because the gravy train is over. And all the money that he's been collecting, and his people have been fighting, but that guy's been making a lot of money off of this thing. And I'm sorry. He knows the buck stops at the White House, and he knows that the gravy train was over, and he came in with an attitude. And I think he thinks he can keep the war going and go back and get money from the Europeans, and maybe he can. But he's playing a dangerous game now. He really is. He's on an island by himself at this moment. And the old saying is, I wouldn't want to be in his socks for his shoes. If the U.S. pulls the plug on him, he's done. He won't last 30 days. Give your life to Jesus Christ, folks, because I thought we were trying to avoid World War III. But maybe Zelenskyy wants it.